Good morning class, welcome to St. Peter's School. This is your science class and this is our fourth class. In previous class we studied about the topic air pollution and today we are going to study about the water pollution. So before starting the class I would request all the students, please take out your books and keep in front of you. Take out page number 3rd. Okay, so in last class we missed this very important point written in a purple colored box. So look in the purple color box what is written here. In metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Pune or Nagpur, boards are displayed at places of heavy traffic to show the proportion of various constituents of air at the place. Due to these boards we can see the amount of harmful elements in the air. Okay, so few of you might be have seen these boards, but most of you have not seen. But it happens like in the traffic area in metropolitan cities, these boards are displayed to show that how much harmful gases we are adding every second in our atmosphere, just to show them that we should do. We should not we should switch off our vehicle ignition at the time when we have to stop, and when we have to go, then we should only switch on our ignition, that is start button of the vehicle. So because if your vehicle will be remain started for a long time, what happens, it emits harmful gases, that is carbon monoxide in the atmosphere, and what you are doing, you are adding every second harmful gases in your air. Okay, so it is this is not good for our health. So that's why just to show to encourage the public to switch off the close your vehicles at the time when there is a heavy traffic. Okay, so just to encourage them, the boards are displayed in this traffic area, just to encourage them that we should not keep on our vehicles when we are stopped. Okay, so and in a green color box you can see that use your brain power. What would have happened if there were no air on the earth? Okay, so we all know that if there were no air on the earth, what will happen? We cannot survive, right? None of the living organism can survive without air. And even if the air is present, but if the whole air is polluted, then also we cannot survive, because every second we breathe air, we breathe air, right? And if the air is polluted, if then every time we will feel suffocate, inhaling those air, polluted air, we will feel suffocate. So even the air is present, but if the air is whole air, atmospheric air is polluted, then that is also not good for our health. So that's all about the air pollution. Now we are going to start with the next topic, that is water pollution. Come on page number 4. Okay, so first of all, some experiment is written here. Try this. Observe how much water is used and for what purpose it is used in your house for a whole day. We all have seen that there is a lots of uses of water in our house, right? So record it in a chart like the one shown here. So you can make your own chart. What are the uses of water in your house? That one chart is given here: bath, brushing teeth, washing clothes and utensils, mopping the floor, drinking, cooking, and lots of other uses are also there, like gardening your plants, like watering your plants, or you are washing something else other than utensils. So these all are the daily uses of water. Now discuss this data in the class. Divide the total amount of water you used in your house by the number of persons to find out how much water each person needs. So this is the just data you can calculate in your house also, and that how much water every person in your house, each and every person, how much amount of water you are going to use in a whole day. Okay, so you will see that if it almost impossible for us to spend even a single day without water. Yes, if sometimes the notice come to us that there will be no water for a day, we get started panicking, right? We need to drink 3 to 4 liters of water every day so that all our bodily functions run smoothly. Yes, water is very important for our body also. It's very important for our digestive system. we all know. And if we are going to know that there is no water supply for a day, we all will get panic, right? Other living things also require water, although the amount of water they need may vary according to the size of their body. Okay, we need lots of water. Might be the 3 year children need less water, but they will need water, right? Thus we see that the water is very important. It means that water is important for everyone, every living organism. Like consider your plants only. If you will not give water to your plants, what happens? It will die, right? So if hydrogen gas burns in air, it combines with oxygen and water is formed. Yes, we have studied about this, what happens in atmosphere when hydrogen gas burns in air. It combines with oxygen and water is formed. We have learned about some characteristics of water in the previous standard also, right? So actually what happens is, then in nature water occurs in the 3 states. So we will discuss about all this. So actually what is water pollution? Now come to the point that what is water pollution. So you can see I have written here that the harmful substances added in water bodies is known as the water pollution, right? In the when I was describing air also, the same thing happens. Harmful substances added in air is known as the air pollution, but here harmful substances added in a water bodies is known as the water pollution. Or you can say like this: water pollution is the contamination of water bodies, usually as a result of human activities. Why I have written this, that usually it happens due to a human activities, because for human, for their requirement only, they used to pollute the water. For example, in older days, what all the ladies are doing, that they used to wash their clothes at the bank of the river. So what happened? Whole water get polluted, and the same water is used for the drinking, same water is used for cooking the food, same water is using for bathing. So for a human, for their own activities, they all every time they used to pollute the water. Now I have written here the water pollution is the contamination of water bodies. Now let us see that what are the water bodies present on our earth. So it has been divided into a chart. You can see here I have given you here one pie chart, a small portion is divided into groundwater, ice, and water in the other forms. Like groundwater is there. Yes, as most you have seen that in most of the areas we use the boring water. That what is from where that boring water comes? From the groundwater that we use for the drinking. Okay. Water available for drinking, lakes, rivers, like from what we use, we transport the water from these lakes and rivers for our drinking purpose, or for our daily use purpose. Seas and oceans, these all are the water bodies which we don't use for our drinking, but these are used for the other living organism. In oceans and seas, there are different types of species lives under these oceans and seas, and for many other purpose, the seas and oceans water are used. So these all are the water bodies, and when we contaminate these water bodies, any of the water bodies, either the lakes or the rivers, either the groundwater, either the seas and oceans, will comes under the water pollution. Okay, we cannot use all here the percentage is also given. So you can see that seas ocean 97%, other water is 2.7%, water available for drinking is around it's not percentage given here, but it will be you can see that how the ratio has been divided. It is in a small portion. Okay, and seas and oceans are in the various vast portion, that is 97% around. Okay, so we cannot use all the water on the earth because sea water is salty. As I have already told you that seas and oceans water are not used for drinking purpose, but it is used for the another different types of purpose, like another living organism lives under these seas or oceans, right? And why we can't use it for drinking? Because they are salty in taste. A very small quantity of water is available for drinking. Yes, as per the chart we can see that very small quantity of water is available for drinking, which is suitable for our drinking. Okay, so yes, it is enough for all living things. Then also we are able to make enough for our earth right now. So now for which purpose is water being used? First of all, let's have a look on this, that for which purpose we use actually water. Do other living things use okay, so do other living things use water like we do? It is a question written here, like us, other organism also use the water for drinking. So we use water in large quantities. We have learned that water on the earth is regulated through the water cycle. Yes, we have studied about the sea breeze, land breeze, right? So water formation is there. It happens every time. Okay, so we use water in large quantities. We have learned that water on the earth is regulated through water cycle. The water vapor formed from oceans is the main source of water in the water cycle, right? Where it occurs? It generally occurs through the oceans and seas. It gets converted into rain, creating fresh water source on the earth, because rainwater goes into the river and lake, and that is the purest form of the water which we use for drinking, drinking. So we get water from natural sources such as streams, rivers, ponds, springs and lakes. Okay, these are the natural resources from where we get drinking water. Man also digs well and bore well to lift groundwater. Apart from this, man has also constructed bunds and dams. Due to uncontrolled use of water for an increasing population, industry and farming, it is now in a short supply. So due to uncontrolled, because we all know that our country has a vast population, right? India has a vast population. So due to uncontrolled use of, so we have a lots of use of water, right? Due to our vast population. So due to uncontrolled use of water for increasing population, industry and farming, it is now in a short supply. Yes, because as there is an increase in population, the use of water will be increased, and we all know that the availability of drinking water is very less, right? And it takes when we all know that through water cycle, water formation is always occurs, but it takes a time, right? So so the water scarcity has become a serious problem. Might be it will happen that water scarcity, maybe we will suffer from this water scarcity in a future days if we will continuing waste of the water, waste of water in, if we waste the water, or if we pollute the water without any use, or deliberately if we pollute the water, it will be very harmful for us, because if there will be a scarcity of water, who has to suffer? Every living organism has to suffer, right? So always remember, use water sparingly. Sparingly means like if there is a use of the water, then only you use. Don't waste the water. Block water, let it percolate. Okay, don't if during brushing your teeth, you keep your tap open. No, it should not happen. Okay, always close the tap. If when it is used, when you are going to use that, then only you open the tap. Okay, store water wherever possible. If it is possible to store water anywhere, you can store. Okay, reuse water wherever possible. Remember, stored water does not become a stale at once, right? So sometimes what happen, like to garden, to provide water to your plants, what you can do in a rainy season, you can store those water in a bucket or something else, and you can use those water to like watering for your plant. So in this way you can reuse the reuse the water. You can save the water, save the water. You will not require like your tap water to provide water to your plants. You can use rainwater. So this is known as the you can store water. If you can you can use that stored water, and that stored water doesn't stale in a day. Like you can use for the next day also. Might be in the next day it will stale, but it will go for at least one day. So in this way you can save the water. So this actually the purpose that, and why we are doing, because we are the water availability for the drinking ratio is very less. So we need to save our water. In next class we will more discuss about the how actually the water how actually we can save the water, and else how it get polluted by us. We will discuss more few points about this, and also discuss about the land pollution in the next class. Till the time, take care and bye bye.